Hi. Thought I would try at because some of the videos that I've uploaded to this channel mainly evolve around Ruby, and as time's going on, I'm starting to fall less and less out of Ruby. It's not that I'm completely invested. I'll probably stick around for like volume 7. Mainly I want to see the Atlas arc. I just want to see huge military combat. Want to see the peak of where Ruby goes, because I don't see it doing well afterwards with Vacchio and that. And one thing, as you've seen from the name of the channel, anime, is I'm heavily into anime, huge nerd, and I want to do something with the channel in the future, doing anime reviews, and already there's a lot of people out there doing that, but I would like to give it a go. I'm looking into getting my own place in this coming year, and want to get into editing videos and that, which one of my friends has already suggested to show me how to do it. So I thought just overall get my reviews on anime as like a weekly thing, and right now we're in the winter season of anime. We're just past the halfway point of the winter season of anime, despite the fact I live in Sydney, Australia, and it's currently like 30 degrees outside, so it's hot as shit. So to all you Brits that might view this and think 21 degrees is hot, no, it fucking isn't. When they say summer, yeah, our summer, winter, it's a pain in the ass. And this week has been a really good week for me for anime, because thanks to some other reviewers, some reactors and that, there's been some anime that I've just put off for ages, that I haven't some I haven't started, that I will be starting next week. Some I started this week. One I started specifically because of something I didn't get from Ruby, and someone told me of a 3D animated show that I might like that gives me that. And I got a few notes, and I'm going over a few anime that I have been watching every week. To start off, something that I just watched now before I came out here, Kaguyasama, Love is War. I was really weirded out by this episode because I paused I think halfway through the episode, and I had the feeling like, oh, this episode's not going to deliver. Like, the season's been like really freaking great up till now. I mean, it's in the front running to be like anime of the winter season, and I was like, it's not going to deliver, it's not going to deliver, it's not going to deliver. It had this really more school vibe theme, and a lot of the comedy was toned down throughout the episode. And then Ishigami and his whole studying shit with, I keep getting her name wrong. I'm literally just calling her, I could literally just call her Sarada at this point, because I'm a Naruto fan. Like, call her Sarada. Throughout this episode, she's freaking... Oh, I want to bleed blood from her. She's scary. And the funny thing with him being like the otaku, I just want to go home, and you think, oh, he's off to kill himself again. Nope. He wants to go play video games. What else? What else that surprised us in Kaguya? We also got... Chika is one of 3. She got siblings. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm hoping the siblings come into it now. And especially given one of the other anime I'll talk to in a second. So yeah, we got Chika. We discovered that she's got siblings. Ishigami's being his usual self. Oh, the president's little sister. She's got really a weird personality. And I'm trying to really nail it down, because around her brother, they've really nailed that brother-sister complex. It's because, like, I'm an older brother and I got a younger sister, and growing up, and even now, whenever we meet up, between once a fortnight, once a month, when we meet up for like lunch, dinners and shit, we still got that same personality where we get along through bitching at each other. And watching the show, I'm like, they nailed that perfectly, the brother and sister aspect. But how the episode ended, I was like, is she attracted to the vice president? Is this a love triangle shit that's starting to form up? Kaguyasama is just doing great. Not the funniest episode of the season by far, but definitely worth it. Like it was like it got dry in the center, and towards the end it just skyrocketed. People might actually hang on. We'll do this in some kind of order so they connect. Concerning what I mentioned with Chika and her having siblings, is a show that I've binge watched over the last 2 nights. Is the quintessential Quintuplets. And I forget who I was watching. I was watching one anime reviewer online. I think it was Brandon. I was watching him online, and I think he suggested that although it falls, because I like romance and all that stuff, and this does fall under harem. You can easily see it's got harem properties in it, but someone described it as wholesome harem, because one, it looks like he's only going to end up with one of the girls, and because the girls are all related, because they're quintuplets, the different personalities from different anime tropes that they got, and it's not just the way they interact with him, because he rarely changes. He's got this really dick personality, but it's the way they change over time and the way the girls react to each other, and you don't see that. And if I can say, it's like the one ecchi harem type thing that I have watched, and I've actually got the manga of it as well, because I don't think the show continued, was Monster Musume. And there's a good reason that didn't continue as an anime, because it gets really fucked up later on in the manga. Not in a bad way, it's just like really out there sexually. But I was like, I'm really enjoying these quintessential quintuplets, and in one of the episodes, because I'm up to date now, episode 8, I think it is. There's a part where they're asking him what is his 3 qualities that he's looking for in a girlfriend or a woman, girl, onwards. And I thought, you know what, best way to sum up this anime is to do which 3 of the quintuplets are my appeal. Not in any order. I have different reasons for them all. Nino surprised me. I never thought I'd put her in my top 3, Nino. But it's more the fact that I like someone that can cook. For good reason. Nino can cook, and she's got that feisty, determined attitude. You got Miku. You can't hate Miku. You love Miku. Miku is like waifu Jesus of this anime, and Ishiki, and bad thing about Miku, she can't cook. Ishiki, I don't know, and then plus I can cook, so I like cooking for them. So that we've gone from Kaguya, Chikla into the quintuplets. What from Ruby, this is what led me to finding this anime. What happened in Ruby is I'm scared that they can't handle huge battles. And where they're going currently into the Atlas, everyone knows Atlas is going to fall. There's no way this place is surviving. It's going to be a huge battle. It's going to be an aerial battle because they rely on battle cruisers and fighter ships and shit. I'm scared Rooster Teeth, due to it being a small American company, I don't think they can handle it. I don't think they have the budget, the team, anything to handle it. And I was really curious about where they're going to go with it. And I was like, I want to see that. And in Volume 6 that happened recently, and spoilers ahead, in the finale, some Atlas fighters get into a fight with the creatures of Grimm, which are like monstrous nightmare creatures, right? And it's all background animation. It's just basically 2 different forces in the background just flying in random shit, and nothing's getting blown out of the sky. It looks horrible. It's trash shit. You do see it in some shonen, but like I just didn't like it, and I wanted to see something like that. And someone suggested to me, and I'd on my Crunchyroll, I'd gone past it. I didn't even realize it. I didn't double check it. The Magnificent Kotobuki, which is done by a Japanese studio, I think it was Jimba or something. And it's 3D animation, all done in 3D. It doesn't look overly fantastic. Like when it comes to the aerial planes, everything about the planes in the show, because it's basically about a group of girls that are fighter pilots in like World War II fighter planes, the Hayabusas, and all of that's handled beautifully. This is some of the best aerial dogfights I've seen, and I freaking love the show for it. When they're on the ground, when they're eating, each of the girls got their own personality. Shipping isn't based around who's sexing up who. It's based around food. Each of the girls has some kind of addiction to a food or drink. So you kind of got team pancakes, team beer, team beef udon. It's really funny, and I was actually just mildly surprised by the show because of how much I've actually watched. I'm just taking a break from it. I think I've watched 4 or 5 episodes. What did they get back? They had to get back the Raiden plane from the thieves. That's where I'm up to. But I'm honestly surprised by the show, and it's giving me the dogfight I wanted to see, because I don't think Rooster Teeth with Ruby is going to be able to develop. So if you want to give 3D animation a chance, if you're into the World War II like fighter planes, you know, you're going to see ammo run out, you're going to see planes get shot down because of a few shots. You know, it's not overly invincible. People run out of ammo, run out of fuel. It keeps a lot of qualities into the writing. Give it a go. If you're bored, if you've got nothing to watch and you're just looking to piss some time, go watch The Magnificent Kotobuki and enjoy it. I was brilliantly surprised by it. I'll say the same with the quintessential Quintuplets. I watched that based off a recommendation, and I went into it with low expectations, harem type shit, and I was extremely surprised by it. I'm now heavily invested in the show. Where do we go from here? Oh shit! Talk about shonen. Jesus, this one's is controversial for me. Is FairyTail, right? Because I'm a huge Naruto fan. I'm gonna prove this how that's, yeah. My only tattoo is the Naruto seal on my arm. I'm planning to get other stuff once. I'm very slow and picky with what I choose to get put on. Basically, it has to be some kind of anime that really affects my life a lot for me to add it on into a sleeve type thing. With FairyTail, my thing is, look at it this way with Naruto. Naruto is the main character of the show. He's there throughout the whole fucking thing. I wouldn't put him in my top 5, and I'd struggle to put him in my top 10 because I don't like overly optimistic characters. Naruto had the mission to kind of discover world peace, and he never fucking did it. By the time Shippuden ends, and the fact that Boruto's going on is proof that he never accomplished. He just became another Hokage, and he's not a very good Hokage when you see how shit he is at being a father as well. Like, Minato somehow balanced the friggin' two. All the other Hokages somehow balanced it. Naruto is like this real kind of arsehole. Kind of see emo Sasuke there. So my problem with FairyTail in general, because the reason I started watching it again, I stopped watching after the Grand Magical Games. I watched a bit of the Tartarus arc when the main battles were happening, and right now they're in the big finale. Final season, Zeref showing up with his entire empire, and I have a few reasons for watching. One actually came out in the latest episode that came out. The warrior, the so-called warrior princess or warrior queen of the Spriggan 12, you find out what her power is. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But if you're a big fan of Mira Jane, you're going to be a big fan of this bitch. This bitch's power is insane. And it was something I forgot. It wasn't something I was looking forward to. I forgot about this woman. I haven't read the manga in so long. But when I saw it, the one thing going through my mind is, despite how powerful she is, next episode comes out in 7 days, and a week from now, she's going to get killed in probably the first 5 minutes. I wouldn't be fucking surprised if I went back and read the manga. It's just some stupid shit. But this is the beginning of the third origin crap that starts up. What am I invested in seeing in FairyTail is Urza Scarlet's, forget that, Irene is one of the Spriggan 12, and you know what? You can turn around and say she dresses like fan service or dresses like a slut. Like, a lot of the characters get that. Ulti looks like that. A lot of the characters are just like big tits with like really stupid shit that they wear. Irene is that bitch you don't fuck with on any given day. Like, out of everybody in the show, if I was to say Zera fears maybe a handful of people, with Agnolia, I can't pronounce his name, the Dragon King, Agnolia, being one, Irene's probably definitely on that list. I want to see her. I'm really hyped when they bring her into it, because she literally just fucks the story over so well. I hate optimistic and I hate happy endings. Not a huge fan of them. But that's the only reason I'm watching FairyTail, basically. I like the Spriggan 12. A few have been wasted already. Basically, Ajil that you saw early on had the potential to be Gara, and he got fucking owned. So, FairyTail is like, it's like the garbage of optimistic shonen. But it has its moments. It has its very rare good moments. Shit. The Promised Neverland. I think this week, in particular, The Promised Neverland definitely has the best anime episode of the fucking week. And it could be sitting at potential best episode of the season. Holy shit, the build up, 8 episodes building up to them fucking escaping, all this planning, getting simple stuff like robe, who can get over the wall, the philosophy between Ray and Emma, why Ray was like one of my favorite characters. I'm very much on his side. I'm like, we could get away, you could escape a lot easier if it's just the three of us athletically, blah, 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 smaller amount, you know, all that shit's going through my head. I see his point of view. And then you got Emma, who's just been, she's the optimistic dumb bitch. And I felt so many mixed emotions this episode. Jesus Christ. You know what? Spoilers, if you want to cut ahead 1 minute between 1830 to 1930. Cut it if you don't want spoilers. If not, I'm just going to wait. Isabel, Mom, Jesus Christ. All of a sudden, she's up there for best female of the season or best female of the year. She broke that bitch's leg. She's like, you're going to leave? You're going to run away? I broke your leg, but I love you and I'm tending to your leg. It's just you're not running away anymore. And I was, at the one essence, I'm shocked beyond fucking believe. I was like, God damn, this show went dark and I'm loving it. I was shocked. I felt sorry for Emma, but at the same time, I'm like, that's where your optimism gets you, you cocky bitch. I'm trying to wait until 1930 catches up. And where to go for it? Oh, Crone. We'll go into Crone. Poor Crone. Jesus. We'll go into Crone. Okay. 1930. Well, we're going Sister Crone. I was really starting to like that bitch. Last episode. Great cliffhanger. Great character plot coming in. The way I look at The Promised Neverland, this is how I looked at it. I looked at Norman as Aizen. He's got the white hair, you know, piercing eyes, highly intelligent, overthinking shit. I looked at Rei as Madara Uchiha, you know, doing it for the greater good. We do it this way, we do it that way. And then you got Emma. She's like Orihime. She's like Orihime. Aizen's a bit fascinated by her, you know, interested by her motivation or powers or whatever. But all in all, she's the dumb bitch. And then you got Isabel, aka Mum. She's fucking Kaguya. She comes up at the last minute of Naruto Shippuden, fucks up the whole plot. I will say this, out of all the shows I'm going over, if you're the type of person that will sit here and tell me you gotta enjoy Ruby, or you gotta enjoy Genlock, or you gotta praise Rooster Teeth, they're trying, and you haven't watched I Promise Neverland, or you say I'm not into anime but I'll watch Rooster Teeth content, get your head out of your ass. Literally, at this point, there's a huge difference. Like, just putting like Rooster Teeth content and Promise Neverland next to each other and looking them in quality, you're seeing animation quality, you're seeing writing quality, you're seeing cliffhanger quality, you're seeing character quality, insanely different. And that's why I will praise one over the other, because that one has done everything to friggin' get me invested. This is one I actually didn't written down. I see my note for Kaguya and it keeps reminding me of this. I've recently got into more and more Netflix, and who got me into this? I think it was Gigguk. Gigguk. I'm gonna give a shout out to all of you later that inspired me to do this. Kakegurui or something on Netflix. It's the gambling one where the animation for the face, the eyes, and the sweat, and this is what we get to in anime. Everything's about orgasming in some weird friggin' way. And then we had Food Wars, and it's like, oh, food can make you orgasm. And in truth, I wouldn't be surprised if it can. There's just, like, everyone has their favourite food. I have a favourite Italian place in Sydney, New South Wales, where I live, where if I go there and I have a specific meal that I know I love every time there, I go off. Probably don't come on my pants, but go close in my head. Kakegurui is like the concept that gambling and chance can cause someone to get so mind fucked they're on the border of and what I hated about the show by the end was the main character she wasn't just gambling herself, she was willing to drag her friends down as well. And I get, like, that's kind of like the power of friendship, but when you're betting millions, if not billions of dollars, you know, and we're talking in also life plans where you get married off and you're pretty much like a slave. Oh, geez. The morality behind that show is next level shit, and it can get stomaching to watch. I want to know if anyone who sees this, I'm trying to find where to watch Kakegurui XX, which is like season 2. I'm trying to find where I can watch that, and should I watch the live action version that I saw on Netflix. Trying to speed it up because I want to get it done by 30. Shield Hero. Jesus fucking Christ, this has been a good week for anime. He's basically cleaning up the messes of the other heroes, and it's because they're treating it, the isekai world, like a video game. They're not treating it like an actual world. So whereas the spear hero is just an ignorant, goofy, dumb fuck, the sword one probably is like, oh, I got fame and glory, but he didn't clean up. Yeah, it's weird. The highlights, we get Zombie Dragon in 3D, which kind of pissed people off, but given that I've been watching the magnificent Kotobuki, I've been kind of open to 3D shit as long as it's done, as long as it's done right. So the Zombie Dragon didn't worry me that much. Raftalia is just... she's really hanging on for that best girl friggin' vote, isn't she? We got so many friggin' best girls. Jesus Christ, we got friggin' Chica, bloody Miku from the Quintuplets. Jesus. Isabel from bloody Promised Neverland. This has been awesome, man. And Philo, Jesus Christ. Like, I get this shit's like lolly. Like, I'm not sexually attracted. I'm just amazed at their attitudes. Philo's attitude amazes me to no bloody end. Because I'm anime only for this. And when she got eaten by that dragon, I was like, God damn. They're ballsy. I was like, they killed the bitch. Then and I was distracted by all the action and, him powering up and losing his shit, which I enjoyed watching. I like that type of stuff. I don't care if people moan and bitch about it. It's cool. Hey, we're anime fans. We like transformations. It's probably why we don't like Ruby that much. When was the last time you saw a decent transformation in that fucking show? It's like only when Yang's hair fucking powers up, and you rarely see that anymore. That's why when Adam Torres did his fucking moon slice, all of us were like, holy shit, this is fucking great. We haven't seen transformations in ages. We love transformations as nerds. And yeah, so we're watching that distracted me, but then it occurred to me it's a zombie dragon. Unless she actually got bit in two, and that was the whole premise behind the red. We thought we saw blood. We thought we saw her get broken in two, but then it kind of looked like she got swallowed. Anyway, they live. It was a good episode. Shield Hero is constantly good as it's going along. And I almost forgot about this one. This was one I actually got into because I think it was Semblance of Sanity. Semblance of Sanity is one of the, I found out about them through Ruby, because they were relating to that. But they're one of the reactors that I have the most respect for, because they react to a lot of anime. They're not limited by just Rooster Teeth content. They go out of their way to watch everything. And they got me into Slime. That time I got revived as a slime, and I started watching that. And I would really like to thank Semblance of Sanity for getting me into that, because I love this goddamn show. It's so interesting for an isekai. Isekai is really making a comeback at how it's exploring different ways it can get you hooked and everything. Like, I miss that little lolly demon bitch. Milam. I miss her. Like, I am invested in what they're doing. They're going into like this training the kids type thing, and the kids are kind of fun, and I'm really curious. This is like a new arc in the story that they've gone into with the slime thing, and I'm just like really curious where they go from here. Can he save the kids? I heard a Chibi review. He's like, oh, he's not a good teacher, and I'm like, that's different opinion. I was watching him and I'm like, maybe he is a good teacher. Maybe it's just like different age perspectives and shit, because sometimes a good teacher puts the kids in their place. That's something I've been taught especially when I was in high school. I was a real asshole when I was in high school, especially to a lot of my teachers. It was always like a dominance issue that we had. And I remember both my math and my English teacher. I remember my math teacher, Mr. Sataris. I forgot my English teacher's name. But both of them, when I tried to act smarter, oh shit, they put me in my place. They put me in my place good. They made me look like an absolute dumbass in front of the whole fucking school. Yeah, but on top of that, that's been the anime. You see, got the list here, and I'm going to do this in the last 40 seconds. Basically, besides Semblance of Sanity, the people on YouTube that have got me kind of wanting to do this is like Glass Reflection. I watch your stuff. Chibi Reviews, I watch your stuff. Congratulations on your girlfriend and the bathtub shower shit that you've done. Mother's Basement. Brandon, I love your content. It's quick. Like, I've gone on way too long. And Gigguk. Gigguk, I would love to meet one day. Absolute hero of mine. I would love to meet and just have lunch or get a photo with you, mate. You seem like a top dude. That's my anime review for the week. Let me know.